Hello, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. I'm back again with part 2 of my explanation of how we make this lovely exploding box card. Yesterday, or whenever if you look back, the previous video that I posted showed you how to make the mechanism. So this was the card that we made. We got this far. I just showed you how to do the scoring and the cutting to make all of this, and how to reinforce the panel at the back here to make a panel for you to write on. And I've just used an embossed panel here that I've embossed with the Softly Falling embossing folder, but you can use whatever you like. If I show you the first one that I made, which is the one I'm not very pleased with, I actually used glimmer card on the back of that one, so that's a possibility. Don't use all the other glimmer paper that I use because that's very disgusting, but you could use glimmer paper or whatever you like, really. Patterned paper you could put on there. It's up to you. Right, so what we're going to do first of all is we're going to decorate these panels. So what you need is 3 pieces of patterned paper of your choice. I'm choosing the Dashing Along. This is now available to buy. It was only available with an order originally, but now because we're running low on some of the other DSP in the catalogue, they've released this for sale, so you can actually buy this lovely paper. I think it's 10.25, and the item number I can give you is 149903 if you wanted to order that. So we need 3 panels, 6.5 centimetres by 6.5 centimetres. Sorry, just having a slurp of coffee. Or 2.5 by 2.5 inches. And I'm just going to bring in my corner rounder, and I'm going to round 2 corners on each of these sheets. So we're just going to round 2. This punch, I have to say, I've used it so much. It's one of my I use my punches a lot anyway, but this is one of my most used punches. So if you haven't seen it yet, have a quick look in the catalogue, because it really is a great bit of kit. There we are. There's our panels, and we're going to put them on each of these flaps here. So you can see I'm going with red and white, and we're going to have silver with it as well. Excuse me. So I'm going to bring my Tombow in, squeeze a little bit of Tombow, spread it out with the wide end. It's getting dark here. I hope the lighting on this video is going to be alright. It's 4:30 and it's already pitch black outside here in the UK. It's really depressing. I hate these long winter nights. Glad when the spring comes around again. Oh, excuse me. Well, I've just suddenly started coughing. There we go. So we're going to put that one on there, and one on this side. Bit of glue on here. So like I said on the previous video, I'm thinking about experimenting with this. I'm thinking you could do flowers for a birthday. You could do stars if it was more a man's one. You could do it in manly colours and do stars. You could do butterflies. I've got all sorts of ideas, so watch this space. I think more of these will be coming along quite soon, and it's so easy to do them, and they're so they've really got the wow factor, I think, for people receiving them. Last one to do, and there we go. So this is I'm filming this on a Sunday afternoon in early November. It's firework night here. For my American and international followers, we have a night called Guy Fawkes Night, which celebrated somebody trying to blow up the Houses of Parliament. But we have a lot of fireworks going on, and a lot of people seem able to buy them, so they're going off. We have about 3 weeks when every night there's loads of fireworks. Fortunately, we don't have any pets, but I think if you do, it's a bit of a nightmare. So you might be able to hear some. I can hear some banging in the distance. You might be able to hear that on the video. Right, there's our panels. Okay, next we're going to come in with 3 reindeer that we're going to arrange on our slots that we did before. Right, one of them, you have to be really careful with these reindeer because their antlers do get a bit muddled, so you just need to be a bit careful with them. Right, one of them I've already put some dimensionals on. He's going to go on the back panel. So I'm just going to take off the backing, if I can get it off. There we go. There we go, that's better. If you push down, it kind of releases them, and then you can get under them to get them off. I wish Stampin' Up sold tweezers. I could sell loads of pairs. People are always asking me where I get my tweezers. I actually get them from Hobbycraft, which is a general craft shop here in the UK. Sure, if you went to Michael's you could get some. There we go. So I'm going to put him on there with dimensionals. Now my glitter one is going to be next, and as you can see, I already die cut these. I forgot to say that I had already die cut them, and they're die cut from the Detailed Deer thinlets, which are these ones. I've got them in the box with the Dashing Deer stamp set because they coordinate. This is the die that I'm using today, and I've die cut it so that they're going in different directions. So this one, I didn't put the die on the glitter side, I put the die here on that side, on the blank side, so that he's going the other way. So if you wanted him going the other way, that's what you need to do. Right, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue. Now I've put a little bit of Tombow on a dish here with a cocktail stick, because I just want to be very precise about where I get the glue. I want there to be enough, but I don't want there to be too much. So I've put it on a dish so that I can just scoop off what I need. There we go, that'll be enough. And I might just need to hold this for a second or two while it dries. So just got to press his legs, oh that's all right, that's stuck already, his legs onto that panel that we put inside, the little panel that we put inside. And then the last one is going back the other way again. So again, put a little bit of glue on, a little bit of Tombow. I guess you could use snail or something. I think it would be a bit fiddly on here. I think the Tombow is probably the best thing to use. There we go. Make sure he's there. Okay, what you want to make sure is none of them are going outside the limits of the card, because otherwise it won't fold up and get in an envelope properly. There we go, they're my reindeer. Can you see? All in place. And now all I've got to do is a message on the front of the card here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of white whisper white card, use my embossing buddy to make sure I'm not going to get any specks anywhere. I'm using a stamp, a Merry Christmas stamp, which is actually, if I can get the set, from the Snowflake Sentiment set, this one. I've actually cut off from Our Family to Yours. You might want to leave it on if you like that saying. I just wanted Merry Christmas, so I've cut that bit off. I can put it back together again if I want to print stamp with that, but actually I quite like just having the Merry Christmas, and I like this font, so it's one I use a lot. So I'm just going to stamp with Versamark ink onto my Whisper White card, and then I'm going to come in with my silver embossing powder, sprinkle that over, make sure it's covered wherever you've stamped, and then I just tip it onto a piece of paper. I know some people keep their embossing powders in a container that they can use with a wide lid. I find this way works for me. It's whatever works for you really. I don't emboss that much. I think if I used it a lot I might find a more efficient method, but I don't really heat emboss a lot, so this works fine for me. There we go. And then I just need to bring in my heat gun, which is on the floor. There we go. And what my advice to you about heat embossing is just let the gun heat up a little bit before you start to heat your paint, because otherwise it's going to be blowing cold air and it might blow some of the powder off. So once it's warm you can heat, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, the magic of doing this never fails to amaze me, how you have this dull powder. There you go, can you see it catching? And as soon as it heats up to the right temperature, you get this lovely raised glossy image. Isn't that fantastic? I just think that's amazing being able to do that. Right, so, and then we're going to come in with, this is one of our layering ovals thinlets, and it just fits the sentiment lovely. And whenever I'm die cutting, I always use a little bit of washi tape if I need to be really precise. There is a magnetic plate which should hold the die in place. I just find that sorry, I'm off camera, am I? that using washi tape just holds it in place while I run it through. I'm not going to do that on camera. By the magic of a video, I've got one that I've already die cut here, ready to go. And then the same with the outside. This is one of the scalloped ovals from the layering ovals. So just on a piece of a scrap of silver foil card, and again I've already put one through. So there we go, that's our greeting. So I'm going to attach that with a little bit of tear and tape. I try and use tear and tape on silver card because I don't think it's porous, so I'm not sure how long Tombow would hold. So I always use tear and tape. Oh, if I can tear it. Didn't want to tear then. So one piece there, which probably would be enough to hold it, but I'm going to do another couple of pieces as well. Just a little piece to go up the top here and a little piece down the bottom. I'm getting very excited at the minute because next Saturday I'm off to the Stampin' Up corporate convention in Birmingham, where we'll be, I think there's more than 500 Stampin' Up demonstrators meeting up to have a lot of fun crafting and seeing the new catalogue, which will be out in January. So if you're a demo, you get a sneak peek of the new catalogue, which is really exciting. So there we go. And I think this time we're allowed to show you things from the new catalogue. Before, we've had a spoiler policy, which has meant we weren't allowed to show you anything. But actually, I think they've lifted that spoiler policy, so I might be able to bring you some sneak peeks of the new catalogue while I'm there. Right, there we go. So this is going on here, and then my card is finished. So I'm going to use my Tombow. I've got some Tombow left over on here. So waste not, want not. I'll use that up on here. And then we're done. So hope you liked my little video today, and I hope you'll have a go at making one of these cards because they really are very simple. I hope the fact that I did the mechanism separately to the decoration will mean that you can go back to that video quite often and watch how to make the mechanism, because I have to revisit it every time I want to do it because I do slightly forget. So there we go. I really love it. I like that colour scheme. If I bring in the other one, I've got my green, cream and copper, my white, red and silver. Don't know which one you prefer, but I really love them. Hope you'll have a go. If you'd like to buy anything that needed to make these cards, you can pop to my online shop, there's a link down below. There's also 2 blog posts about these cards on my blog, so pop over there and have a look at those. And if you'd like to join my team and join me next time there's an on stage at a Stampin' Up convention, come and join in the fun. That would be fabulous too. Honestly, the best decision I ever made becoming a Stampin' Up demo. There's everything to gain and nothing to lose. So please, if you're interested, give me a ring, give me an email, give me a shout, and I'll have a chat with you. No obligation, but honestly, you won't ever regret it. You get £130 worth of goods for £99. If you stop being a demo, you don't have to send anything back. You just get to keep it and nothing else will happen. Right, okay, that's me. Enough talking. Have a lovely day. I'll see you soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye for now. Bye.